And you say you've been consistent, but one of now publicly we've seen a person you've disagreed with, Mutahi Ngunyi, says you have not been consistent. One of the things he was talking about is that David Ndii has metamorphosized. That when you wrote the economic note, you were more rightist. But now we are witnessing a David Ndii that is radically leftist. A David Ndii that is doing what he's doing for different reasons and not at heart that perhaps this is all for the economic gain or the prominence of what this brings to you. What do you say to that? That your positions have changed? For example, that you were at the time against NGOs, human rights agencies, civil society, you criticized the same, and that appears to have changed with time.
I have no recollection of criticizing civil society since I've always been a card-carrying member of civil society. I mean, the IEA was the first sort of civil society think tank. And we set up specifically to create a space for people to be able to engage and debate public policy and public affairs, because they didn't exist in the Kanu era. So for me, promoting civil society is something I've done all my life. TI is a civil society.
NGOs?
NGOs. Those are NGOs. I mean, I've worked with all these people, Minor Care, all these people. These are my lifelong buddies. Mutahi, who's talking about that, we go back a long way. He was
your friend?
He is my friend. We were fellows, sort of junior fellows at the IPA, one of the old policy think tanks. We had long-running debates on issues, these left-right issues. He's being disingenuous because I have always been an economic liberal. Even now, I advocate liberal economics. But I've always had a very strong position with regard to issues of social justice in Kenya. And those are totally, to me, there is no inconsistency. So, but the problem is these labels, left, right, liberal, non-liberal. If you sort of want to label people, the idea that I actually don't think that somebody like Mutahi is intellectually qualified to label me, quite frankly. But he obviously has his own political objectives for trying to do that. But as far as the issues of which I speak, I mean, fortunately, most of the things that I say and do are written, or they are on record in the media. I have been part of the political opposition all the way from the formation of Ford. So I have never shifted ground. I have worked with the people I am with today. We have been together since the early 90s. What has happened is many people from my part of the country who we started together have left and gone to the more pro-establishment. Kiraito Murainto left, Muite left, Koigua Muere left. So I think what you're seeing is, I'm probably one of the few prominent Kikuyus who has not left and joined the tribal bandwagon. And that, I think, embarrasses some of my old friends like Mutahi. That's why they sort of make up those kind of stories.